Hey guys, welcome to the Killian Family Homestead. This episode I'm going to go over our yard and each and every project we have that's upcoming. And just to be the first video of a series to show each and every project from its very beginning, and we'll show the progress as we go throughout the next year, 2015. Okay, here's project number 1. We went ahead and built this last year, but ran out of growing season. Here in Washington State, of course, we have all 4 seasons, and you can't run an aquaponic system. This is actually set up to be a hydroponics first. You'll see here we have a bulk tank where the water will return back in, and let me show you what we have so far. So the project here is to actually get it running. What we have is the return tank where the main water will be stored and certain elements will be added to it, whether we need more nitrates, less nitrates, different essential nutrients and what have you to help the plants grow. But what we have is that there'll be a pump inside this tank here, and it gets pumped up through to this manifold here. Then with these needle valves, the appropriate water will be delivered into its different chamber. And we have these PVC pipes that run laterally across or horizontally across this A-frame that's been painted white. And there are little cups that we place in here, and we're going to have different plants grow from here. Typically it's going to be the herbs, it's going to be the lettuces, it's going to be the strawberry towers, those sort of things. We're going to try probably tomatoes as well. But this is just one glorified experiment. And okay, here's project number 2. Off of Craigslist, I bought a bunch of used fencing, the white vinyl fencing with the different rungs running up. I don't know what you call those, lattices. I don't really know. But anyways, this is completely used. I bought it for $25, all of these pieces, and what I'm going to build out of it is a portable rabbit cage, or a place where I can grow out meat birds and what have you. And what the principle is you build it up into a square rectangle, and then you're able to drag it along the pasture here. As you can see here, the grass is starting to grow. This is the end of, or the beginning, no, rather it's right in the middle of March right now. And that'll be the plan for this project right here. So stay tuned as I show you more and more clips on this one. Okay, project number 3. Pardon the mess here, it's just been rainy last night here in the middle of March, which is good. We need rain. I'm going to build some sort of a creep feeder right here so that I can feed over the fence directly. We're going to have a auto feeder that I will build. That's project number 4, I'll show you in a second. But an area where the poultry can come in but the sheep can't get in, so that we have feed specifically for the poultry. And that'll be placed right here, mainly because of the accessibility over the fence, as well as the fact that this is in the main corral. Okay, the next project is associated with this beehive here that we have. We've had this for almost a year now, and last year was a big success. We had it out here in the corner of our property, and the back corner, of course. And one thing that's important is to make sure there is an access where there's no obstructions within the highway. They kind of swoop down, they fly down, they land, they enter. And there will be lots more videos associated with beehives and beekeeping, because I absolutely love it. But what I'm going to do, I want to eventually get 2 more, maybe even 3 more, for a total of 3 or 4 hives. A really good guy once told me that if you're going to do 1 hive, you might as well do 3 or 4. So you can get the honey volume, and it's not any more work. So I'm going to go for 3 or 4, and that's the next project. Grapes and grapes. I absolutely love grapes. Here is one corner of our property here, running along this white vinyl fence with welded wire across it, are some table grapes, and we're going to plant another one there. And let me show you now, instead of buying at $10 a piece from the big box stores, what I have done to try to propagate new grape plants. So what we did is we cut different limbs that looked green and productive from different plants and from a neighbor's plant as well. On this side over here we have table grapes, additional table grapes, as well as some Concord juice grapes on this side. And what we did is we put a large amount of peat moss inside of this sink here so that it could drain free, and we kept this peat moss really moist. And as you can see, it's pushing out different buds, different foliage, and we're hoping that this will spur on root development so that I get a bunch of new plants without having to pay the money for them. Just to throw on to this clip here, we've got a bunch of our garden starts already, corn and cucumbers and other things like that. This is mainly an experiment, but it's working, so I guess one could say that putting peat moss inside of used egg crates to start your starts is the way to go. Here are some potatoes that we harvested last year that are all sprouting and ready to be planted. And so what we're going to do is we're going to cut them up so that the flesh side can cure over, so that it doesn't want to rot in the soil, but actually pushes out further the new sprouts, and we get new plants from it. It's a great way to utilize the potatoes that you weren't able to eat over the winter and just keep your crop going. Okay, here is the mother of all projects, and to tell you the absolute truth, I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but I'm going to build an aquaculture system. And you guys saw my hydroponic system. Here is my potential aquaculture system. You marry the two together after I've learned how to do both, and you got yourself a aquaponics, the combination of hydroponics and aquaculture. So let me just explain what this is. I bought all of these large totes, look at all these, for literally $3 a piece. $3 a piece, practically free. And they're each 100 gallons, and you can see here I just have last year's pond fish in here. Okay, I just turned on the water so you can see them. Here's all the pond fish, and they'll slightly raise to the surface now. This is what I'm going to do. There's going to be 4 and 4, so a combination of 8 totes on the bottom. I've already designed all of this. And then you're going to have a biomedia filter up top that will dump down into the individual fish tanks, and then it will return back through a solid lifting outlet back to a swirl filter, and the swirl filter will put back into the sump tank, and the sump tank will pump the water back up again. When you're initially building a aquaculture system, I think it's best to start with really cheap fish such as goldfish, and the larger ones here are going to secrete a lot of ammonia and what have you, so that if you actually have an accident or something like that, they die, you aren't out a bunch of money. But what the intent is to build this right here in this part of the garage, and I want to take you along with me, of course. I'm a pure novice, I'm learning as I go, but it's going to be fun to do that. So let me feed these guys, and those are the projects that I have on top of my mind. Ooh, there's one more. It's not really a project, it's just a little video series I'm going to do on natural hatching of turkey eggs. Let me show you it now. Okay, I built this nesting box out of recycled material, and it will eventually look a lot better as we sand it all down and paint it all white, and it will match with the theme we have of our little homestead here. But here is the series. So you just open it up here. You see these 2 turkey hens. This one right here she's getting all puffed up and angered, but this one has been setting on a bunch of eggs for about 15 days or so. I candled some of them last night, and some of them looked fertile, others looked a little like duds, so we'll see what happens. But let me see if I can show you what this next project is going to be as I show you this. She is very, very territorial, so I gotta move without her poking me. But you can see those eggs underneath her. A bunch of them are indeed. I don't want her to step on them and break them, but they are fertile, and so we'll see together how many of them hatch. I wish I could show you. She just pecks like no one's business, and I actually could show you. I can't do it with my. You see that scar right there? That is her gouging me with her beak last night as I was trying to candle some of the eggs. But Anyways, she is doing her job. She's laying one, and the ones that the other turkey hens lay, I'm going to take out of the nesting box so that I can put them in the incubator. Now, this is more of an experiment, and I wanted to show you that. That's one of the projects we have going on, and stay tuned for more videos on what hatches out from Miss Turkey Hen here. Well, there you have it. There are a number of projects we have going on right now on the homestead, and I wanted to show you all of them as a sneak preview. And stay tuned for the videos upcoming to show the progress of how we go about these things. But chickens, turkeys, the new babies are all doing really well. Don't worry about her. For those that aren't used to chickens, she's not hurt. She's just dirt bathing. Once it gets a little warmer, they start wanting to do that to clean their feathers and keep parasites and other bugs off of them. But there you go. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned.